Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to share my quick review of one of my favorite television shows of all time, Scarlet Heart Ryeo, Moon Lovers. Let's go. Scarlet Heart. This is a show that I knew before I ever watched it that I would love it. It's right up my alley. It has everything I want in a show. And I will try to do this review spoiler free, but pre-warning for anyone who's going to watch the show, interested in watching the show, I will say this up front. The ending, and I won't say for which character, I'll try to make it vague as possible, but the ending is not necessarily a happy ending. So if you are looking for a show, if that's important to you to have like a happily ever after fairy tale ending for all your favorite characters, that's not what this show is. It's very much a story of tragic love and the deeper sort of impacts of power in regards to relationships and love and all that sort of stuff. And there's not... The ending the first time I watched it made me very, very angry. I almost like threw my computer against a wall because I was so mad. And you know, the ending might have been accepted differently among fans if there had been a season 2, and there won't ever be a season 2, I don't think. So the ending is what it is, and it's kind of unfortunate, but I've seen the show several times, and I think at this point I'm able to see kind of the beauty. I don't know if beauty is in the right word, but the beauty in the storytelling of the writing choices that were made. And even though I don't agree with them and I don't necessarily like them, I appreciate it for what it is, and I appreciate what they were trying to convey with the story. So I don't hate it anymore, but a pre-warning, it is tragic and sad, just so you know. Okay. So the plot of Scarlet Heart. Now this is a show that I believe was originally a Chinese drama, which is why it's called Scarlet Heart Ryeo, Moon Lovers, because it's a remake. I've never seen the original, I probably should. But it is it is a show about a young girl, and she has a traumatic event. She almost drowns, or she does kind of drown, and it happens to take place during an eclipse. And so she's transported back in time to ancient Korea, and she sort of wakes up in the body of a young girl whose name is Haesu. And Haesu is a member of one of the royal prince's household. And so she sort of has to find a way to integrate herself into this new world. So there's a lot of fun, especially in the first half of the show, with Haesu trying to figure out, like, you know, trying to navigate being out of time and out of sync, and you know, having her own customs and not understanding certain things. There's a lot of fun things that they do with that. And then the main core of the story is an issue of politics, conspiracy. You know, she's involved with a lot of the royal princes and sort of their internal struggle for the throne. And then at the core of the story is a love story between her and one of the princes. The fourth prince, actually, and it's almost kind of like a Beauty and the Beast type of story, because he's very much been outcast from the family and society and that sort of thing. He's sort of treated like a wild dog, basically. And so he comes back, he has to come back to court, and they have very much like a enemies to lovers, don't really like each other at the beginning, but things happen, and there's other love triangles and other couples and other relationships, and stuff gets complicated, and there's a lot of tragedy and ups and downs and, you know, personal grief and all sorts of stuff that these characters go through. It's a well-told story. It's well-paced. There isn't a moment where you sit and be like, oh, I'm bored. Like, you're just entranced the entire time. But again, the ending is not necessarily what people want or what you may want for an ending for these characters. And I think it's important to go into it understanding that, because it helps you almost see the show differently than if you just watch it expecting your typical sort of happy love story, because that's not what it is. Big pros for me: the writing, the pacing, the actors were amazing. I mean, part of the reason we'll probably never get a season 2 is because all of these actors are busy and popular and probably don't have time to do a season 2. Really great cast, wonderful soundtrack, so great, well-picked songs. Really just a beautiful, intriguing, well-told story that moved me. I had an emotional, like, visceral reaction to it, and it is a show that will stick with me forever. It has greatly impacted me, and it's definitely in my top like 10 of shows of all time, just because of how much it impacted me in a way that I didn't expect. So I would go in with that note of caution. But if if you love drama, historical drama, love stories, action, great characters, any of that sort of stuff, I would definitely watch it. Just be warned. I would give it 10 out of 10. It's an amazing show. Can't say enough about it. Love it so much. Yeah, that's my quick review of Scarlet Heart Ryeo Moon Lovers. Anyway, thank you all for joining. I will see you next time. Bye.